up. I'm like, okay, what's going on? I couldn't raise my head. My head felt like 100 people's head at the same time. As if I had bags of cement on my head. My neck was heavy, my head was heavy, everything was crazy. So, hey guys, you welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth, and this is the gist with Ruthie. Guys, it's been a minute, I know. I think in January I only posted one video, and yeah, school, even though sometimes you think it's just 2 weeks into school resumption, it is usually crazy. So yeah, reason for my being absent for a very long time. However, I have something that is really dear to my heart, and I'm gonna be sharing it on here, guys. If you haven't heard, my name is Ruth, and you're welcome back to the gist with Ruthie. The beginning of this year, I told you guys that I'm going to be going into a different kind of dimension, right? My channel is not going to be all about the gist stuff. We're still going to be doing the gist on the side, but I'm going to be doing more of me stuff, and I've tagged it Ruth Unscripted. Okay, I've tagged it Ruth Unscripted. Guys, at this particular juncture, I'm going to say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do want to subscribe, like, share, comment, and everything that is all there. Okay, and when you subscribe, please don't forget to click the notification bell beside the subscribe button so you can get notifications each time your girl posts a new video. Guys, today I have something really important to talk about, and I really want to thank God for for my being alive. So basically, I'm celebrating 5 years of my, should I say, rebirth. What will I call it? Back from the land of the dead. I'm going to be sharing the experience with you guys because it's a lot, and I really want people to learn, to understand, and to give thanks. That's enough of the rambling. Let's move right into the video. So yeah, guys, this is the story. It's quite a lengthy story. It's quite a lengthy story. However, I'm gonna be making it kind of short. I'm gonna make it kind of really brief, okay? Just so Nigerian people don't be like, oh, what data. So February 3rd, 2016, I had a surgery done in Nigeria, and somehow, you guys know how our doctors back there can be sometimes. They did the surgery. However, it was a badly done job. It was a badly job done. That's a done job. It was a badly job done. Yeah, the surgery was badly done. And scratch that. It was a badly job done. Jeez, what am I doing? It was a badly job done, and I mean, so it happened. Let me recount. Let's take it a little back. So December of 2015, we lost our grandma. I had my last baby in October 2015. So December 2015, we lost our grandma, right? She was buried January 2016, and I just got back from the burial 2 days right later, and then I started having this really terrible stomach ache, and I was rushed to the hospital by my husband, and eventually when they did the test and all that, they found out that it was appendix, and the appendix surgery was done. However, I think the anesthesia I was given was the one that usually, I can't remember what, at that time, all the names were ringing in my head as if I was a doctor or medical practitioner or a medical practitioner because I was, in fact, at that time, I was removing drip by myself like this. I want to go to the washroom, I just remove drip. I was fixing and removing and doing as I like because I knew all the names and all the medical terminologies and all that because I spent so long in the hospital. So yeah, the anesthesia was given, the one that usually deads the what's it called, the spinal cord and all that you wouldn't be able to move. So it wasn't like I was not sleeping or anything. So I was chatting with the doctors during the surgery, right? So after that, I mean, they didn't tell me that, oh, when you eventually wake up or whatever, do not raise your head or whatever. So I don't know what happened, but I started having this really banging headache when I woke up. And when I woke up, yeah, my baby was there crying. She was such a crying baby, guys. Like, she was such a crying baby. Whew. to the chase. So, few days later, I mean, 2, 3 days later after the surgery, I was allowed to go home and all that. So, on getting home, the headache didn't subside. It didn't leave me. Then I realized that I wanted to go to the washroom. I would just sit there in the washroom over like 40, 30 minutes, and my parents were not back from our hometown. Yes, which was the reason why I told you that our grandma passed, right? Which was the reason why I gave you that information earlier. So, sometimes life happens, right? So my mom wasn't back yet from our hometown, so she was not around. So my siblings were with me, my husband, and they were really close family friends. So they were like, my mom was calling, efuni efuni igba efunlawo, stuff like that. So my mom was like, give her, make vegetable, make this, make that, let her just eat the fruit, let her just, she was trying to give information and all that on how I can go to the washroom. However, that wasn't the point. The point was that the doctor who did the surgery had sewed my intestine with my flesh. So, I mean, a day later, right? A day later when, that very day when I was sitting in the toilet and I couldn't use the place and all that, my sisters would be like, hey, come out. I'm like, I haven't pulled. I can't pull. Right? And they'll be like, what happened and all that. So while these two was looking for where to pass, my stomach, where they did the surgery, busted open and feces started coming out from my stomach. So when it started coming, it was coming out like little by little, right? So they were like, my sisters were cleaning it, my husband was cleaning it, people were cleaning it. Yeah, maybe it's, abscess from the surgery and all that. However, it wasn't abscess from the surgery, it was feces that was coming out through my stomach. Guys, talking about it, let me give you an insight. See, if you're eating, you're watching this video, you can as well pause this video, finish your food before you continue. So yeah, that was it basically. And the feces was coming. When it comes out, it was like, let me look for an example. That is why I said you should pause this video and go and finish your food. So it felt like the feces of a cow when you mix it with water. Right? So it was splashing in that color and it was smelling profusely. Like, guys, I don't know how to explain it. I am just telling you guys that I am grateful today. Okay? It was smelling profusely. It was coming out. It was, all over the floor, all over the place. My stars were like, what is this? So the following day, my mom had to come back from our hometown because it's like the situation was getting serious. So she came and she told my younger sister to bring me over to their place. So my sister drove me. It was quite a distance, guys. It was quite a distance. So my younger sister took me with my kids, drove me to my mom's place. And then she got home, our driver escorted me upstairs. Like, I want to go to the washroom. And I was sitting there in the toilet. By the time she got there, I was practically lying on the floor. The whole ground was filled up with that stuff I talked about coming out from my stomach non-stop. I had to put a really big towel underneath my cloth so that it doesn't, splash all over. So, yeah, that was it. We were rushed from there. Doctors in Nigeria, they need to do better. At this point, I'm going to say that a lot of doctors, they did not get into the profession because they are, what's the word now? Because they are compassionate or because they have empathy. I think they just think that, doctor is something that I just want to be called a doctor. I don't understand the reason why a lot of them got into the profession because they typically do not know what they are doing. My mom rushed me that night to an hospital somewhere. I'm not going to call names. Those ones we got there, it was quite a distance as well. We got there. I couldn't hear. I was hearing faintly from maybe the spirit world. I did not know where I was. Trust me. I was hearing faintly. My mom went into the hospital, said, I think she told the people that they came with a patient and all that and all that. Then they told my mom that that there is no bed. One, there was no light. 2, there was no bed. 3, the doctor could not come and see the patient in the car. It was such a catastrophe, you know. And we're like, so now what? What do we do? So we had to go back to where my mom lived, right? Where my mom lives, the end. Yeah, we had to go back to where my mom lives, and we had to go and pack a few things, and we headed for our hometown. Yes, I am not even kidding. It was 6 or 7 hours drive. We couldn't use the AC because they had to wind down, because that thing coming out from my body reeks. It smells. The smell was crazy. Guys, I am trying to be, make it short. Yeah. It's only God that is keeping me here and alive today, so to say. I mean, when we got there, eventually when we got to my mom's place in the morning, as early as 6 a.m., we were at the hospital. Another surgery was done on me. We had doctors coming in, like, took my history and all that, where she come from, what happened, and this and that. Within a few hours, I was back in the surgery room. Okay, I was back in the surgery room, and that surgery was done. They had to cut me open. They had to cut off my intestine. They had to do all those things, and it was one thing that I really could not explain. I really couldn't explain how I felt at the time, because I did not know what was going on. Okay, months later, I couldn't leave the hospital and all that, because they had to be opening me up. Like, that surgery site was done. So eventually, when that was done, it's a lot of noise in the background because I'm still in church. Okay, and if I don't do this video, I'm not gonna finish this video ever. So yeah, when I was done with that, it was a whole lot. They redid the surgery, then I opened my eyes, then I found out, 2 months later, they were still cleaning up the abscess, everything from the inside of me. I just noticed that they passed stuff, from inside down, out, and it was so crazy. This is me, right? Sharing this part of me with you. You. And what do I want to say? First off, to our doctors back home, is some of them are really good, while some of them, they don't really care about the profession. Our doctors and our nurses, some of them don't really care about the profession. They just do what they do because, I don't know, because they think maybe the doctor profession is where they can make so much money or whatever. And this is some other people that are going through some other things. Whatever it is that you're going through at this time of your life is not a hand, right? So you can always rise above all. You can always make, lemonade out of the lemon. When life throws you lemon, you make lemonade. Okay, you can always make something good, something better, something awesome with your time, with whatever it is that you're doing or whatever you find yourself. Guys, so I don't keep on longing things. Thank you so much for listening to all of that. I'm sharing my testimony with you. It's the first Sunday in the month of February, and I'm sharing this testimony with you. So hopefully, guys, I'll see you in my next video. My name is Ruth, and I am still the gist with Ruthie. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, ensure you do that on your way out. Thank you so much. Bye. Love you, and have an amazing month ahead of you. Till I come your way next time. Ciao.